Radeon RX 7900 XT will be slow, but inexpensive, losing GeForce RTX 4090 place of the flagship. Today we can not only see reviews of the new GeForce RTX 4090, but also buy it in Russian stores a day after the official release. Surprisingly, domestic retailers managed to get a new generation flagship at a price close to the recommended one. Unfortunately, many of our readers believe that we live in an ideal world where the official price is the same for everyone. In fact, this is not so, because Russian prices go a long way, which begins in Europe. It is so accepted that domestic retail is based on the cost of video cards in euros, where initially a 20% tax is added. After that, they also throw in Russian taxes, as well as risks and exchange rate instability. That is why, when we talk about the recommended price in the Russian Federation, it should be understood that it is very different from what can be found in US stores. But we have gone too far away from the topic of our material. So, today you can buy GeForce RTX 4090 in Russia for 2,265 euros, which means the price is really close to 2,000 euros in Germany. It is unclear when the two GeForce RTX 4080 models will go on sale, but the issue of starting sales of AMD's next generation graphics chips is no less acute. According to official sources, the announcement will take place on November 3rd, and the flagships of the first wave will flood into stores on November 22nd. That's just insiders claim that the Red team has problems. As a result, the release will be shifted. It is assumed that we will see new products only in the second half of December, as there were some delays with production. The reason for the unnamed difficulties is not specified. The fact is that the semiconductor power is free, which means that the problem should be looked for either in the drivers or in the graphics chip itself. While it's too early to talk about this, since rumors have only just begun to leak online, but pessimists have already stated that only two graphics chips will go on sale. These will be Radeon RX 7900 XT and Radeon RX 7800 XT, while less high-speed graphics cards will not appear until 2023. This is similar to Nvidia's approach, when the manufacturer sets the task to sell as many expensive flagship products as possible in the first few months in order to get maximum margins. After the first tests of the GeForce RTX 4090, it became clear that a twofold improvement in technological standards and the same increase in CUDA cores could not give more than 50% performance. Experts believe that the problem will become more acute with each next generation, and AMD will face low performance growth in 2022. Note that there is no exact data, but a reputable insider believes that the Radeon RX 7900 XT will show disappointing performance both in the normal scenario and in ray tracing. This means that the GeForce RTX 4090 will remain the fastest flagship, but there is also good news. Since the Reds will again be in second place, they will set a low price for their video cards. It is quite possible that the Radeon RX 7900 XT will be asked for $999, and as a result, even in Russian retail, by the new year, it will be possible to buy the AMD flagship for less than 100,000 rubles. The most reliable characteristics of next-generation graphics chips have been published in the press, and we suggest that you deal with them. Navi 21 is a Radeon RX 6900 XT, whereas we are interested in the Navi 30 series. It is easy to see that the Radeon RX 7900 XT is significantly inferior to the GeForce RTX 4090 in terms of the number of cores, shaders. The situation is exactly the same with the use of high-speed video memory, because for the third year in a row GDDR6X goes to Nvidia. The Reds were able to squeeze an incredible 20 gigabits per second out of GDDR6, but the GeForce RTX 4080 at 16 GB has GDDR6X installed up to 22.5 gigabits, and the expected GeForce RTX 4090 Ti will offer up to 24 gigabits per second. It's too early to start long discussions about the expected performance of the Radeon RX 7900 XT, but the energy efficiency will pleasantly surprise fans of the Red camp. It is assumed that the heat package will not exceed 350 watts, while some custom GeForce RTX 4090 video cards can hardly fit into 600 watts.